It's the Mini Marks Medley. Take 42. Action. Also, I have to say that when we say medley, all I think about is peas and carrots vegetable medley.
Okay. I think this is a tick more interesting since there's more than two things in the package.
Oh, I think if they call it a medley, they might throw some broccoli in there.
Something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Carrots.
really it's
Carrots.
duo at that point.
Right, a
you
duo.
You can't be a medley with just two.
So there's other vegetables in the medley. If you know what other vegetables are in the medley, leave it in a comment below. I reply to all the comments, by the way.
You're much better than
On
me.
my channel.
Yes, you forget about it.
On Joggles, the comments are blocked.
Yes, they are. We love you, but I don't have time to convert. Send me an email. I always reply to
Write
emails.
me a letter.
Yes. Send me a letter, postman.
Yeah, exactly.
So
anywho,
in this case, medley means 21 different designs. They're little
21
icon symbols that Elizabeth developed. You've seen the introductory, or maybe you haven't. Go look for the introductory video about them. But today you're taking it a step further. I'm just standing by ready to be helpful.
Yes, you're the support team.
Yes.
Check this out. Right? Isn't that fun?
It is. Yeah.
And then, and a darker, more, as Barb described this, antique coloring.
Well, as
which it is.
One antique to another, I know antique.
Yes, yes. This is old and this is young.
And that says so much.
Yeah, and it's another one of those deals where I try to reproduce it and it comes out just as interesting but different, and that's always the case. We always talk about that. You know, you never can make the same thing twice. So I got two totally different versions with different colors. But the medley is fun. The tiny stamps are fun. The size
never
of
done
them.
little ones like that before.
No.
So it's and these are good for kids because they're easy for them to grasp. So if you've got kids who are looking for something to do, get them some tempera paint and let them go to town with this. And Elizabeth talks about, you can stamp wrapping paper, you can stamp all kinds of fun things with these.
Tissue, gift tissue. How cool would that be to have tissue in your present with the little stamps on it? But like, I was just thinking when you said it's good for kids, don't give them tempera paint. You need to give them good quality paint and good quality paper and put them to work.
Really? Who's going to clean that stuff off the walls?
I don't know, but I would come out of it with collage papers.
Well, that's true.
And
yes.
I would have like good raw material.
Okay, so from the voice of the mistress.
From the voice of the, what do they call it? Child labor laws. I am from Massachusetts where that was the thing.
Yes, put them to work as young as possible.
Yes.
Well, we veered completely off course here. 21 little icon-like stamps. The Mini Marks Medley. Shall we go play with them?
Yes, let's go do it. So today I am using the Mini Marks Medley foam stamps to create a fun sheet of paper. I use my papers, of course, for collage, but the paper could be used for crafts, for scrapbooking, for place cards, for I don't know what. There's
journal pages. Journal
pages, yes. We can't forget the journal pages.
Better not.
Could be used for any number of things. So I'm going to show you how to use these little foam stamps and the sketch rice paper to create a sheet of paper with all kinds of fun little symbols on it. So the first step that I did while you weren't looking was that I stamped onto the gel plate with a couple of the designs in an opaque color. And you can tell it's opaque because the little box is filled in right here with this purple opaque color, and it's dry. So I didn't want to make you watch paint dry. So it's down there and it's dry. So that's step one. And I am using a gel plate off to the side as my palette. So I'm inking the stamps on that and then just adding paint to the plate and letting it dry. So that's step one, okay? Then step two in creating this is these lighter ones are removing paint, and then the gold I added paint back in again. So it's a multi-step process. So we're gonna get a sheet of the Yasutomo sketch rice paper. It's 9 by 12. It's the same size as the plate, which is nice because you can see from this sheet of paper that we pretty much go edge to edge with the color. So it gives you a lot more bang for your buck. And we're going to be working on the smooth side. That's going to be the side that's facing up towards you in the pad. But even when you pull the paper out, you can tell the difference if you just feel it. The back is rough, and we're going to use the smooth side because the gel plate likes a good connection with a smooth paper. That's the kind of paper that works the best. All right, so now that this is dry, I'm going to put magenta on top of it. And this is a translucent paint. I don't think it necessarily has to be a translucent paint, but I think I preferred it because it was thinner and I thought that it would pick up more in terms of pressing the stamps into it to remove paint. I find the opaque paints, they kind of grab onto the plate a little bit more. Maybe it's my imagination, but I think that the translucent paints, they lift off easier. Okay, so I put out a little bit too much paint. I want a thin layer, so I'm removing it with the brayer by going over it again and cleaning the brayer off onto the paper off to the side. Because I want a nice thin layer so I can see the original
what can I do for you?
Prints in there. I'm just gonna, so I'm gonna have a clean paper off to the side here so that when I stamp in to remove the paint, I'm gonna come over here just to clean the stamp so the surface is good and good and clean, and it'll pull off more paint. If I just keep stamping, the more paint that builds up on the stamp, the less likely it is gonna be to remove paint. So let's see, I wanna use some ones that I didn't use on the base layer. So I am pressing the clean, dry foam stamp into the magenta, and it is removing the paint. And then I'm just pressing the stamp off onto clean paper so that it pulls off as much paint as possible from the plate. And we have so many fun little icons in this collection.
And that's a little less than half of them. There are 21 stamps in that set.
Yeah, 21.
So lots to choose.
So when you're making a paper like this, it's nice to have 21 symbols you can use rather than just, 2 or 3. Also, though, I don't feel like I have to use all 21 in this demo. That would be hard. Okay, so we got the little leaf.
And the other thing that I think that's interesting is you're moving between solid stamps and ones that are just lines. And I think that that's important too. It makes for an interesting composition.
Yes, we have ones that are solid, like like this burst and like the star. And then we have ones with openings. So yeah, I am making sure I kind of move around between solids and opens. And also, you can always create a solid with the back side of an open one. So this one is a cute little leaf, but you can always print the backside for a solid leaf. You can print the backside of any of these. The foam is the same. So if you want more solid shapes, you can flip them over, which is kind of fun. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put that one on top. We'll do a little bit of this one. It's a little hard to see if I'm overlapping with shapes that I removed with a different stamp or stuff on the bottom, but I don't think that matters. I think you can overlap and intersect the shapes, no problem. Okay, so now I've got these 3 left. Now that is, what am I doing with that? Printing it. So before it dries, hopefully it's not dry, Barb. Right? No,
yeah, well, you're going to do it. You're going to one way or the other. You'll see what happens. If not, you can always do it as a pickup print, right?
Yeah, I could always do it as a pickup print. I probably should have done it as a pickup print.
Live and learn.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, it's working. Yeah. So here's something that I underestimate. The heavy body or the full body tube paints, they stay wet longer than the thinner fluid acrylics that I typically use. So it gives you more time for sure to do things like this. If I had used fluid acrylic right now, it would have been dry. But the body of these paints, they stay wet a little bit longer, and they allow you to do these sorts of things on the plate where you're messing around for longer, okay? So here we go. Oh, look at that.
That's
oh
pretty.
My God, look at that. That is great. It's always like a Christmas present, this. Okay, so we have the purple that I stamped onto the plate, and then we also have this. This is very light because I removed the paint off the plate, so you're seeing the white of the paper coming through the little bit of paint that was left. So that's fun and totally different than the other one, right? And it was the same. I bet you it was a different color, honestly.
I think there was a base of pink on there. See this right there?
Oh, yeah.
That looks like Venetian rose.
Yeah, there was a base of pink on there. So this is lighter because I'm going with the white paper. So there you go. So that's the difference, the variable. But this is nice too, right?
Well, and it's just, sometimes it's nice to realize that there are other options.
Yeah, so Barb's right. So I started on white here, but on this paper, I started on a light pink. So you could do either. This is going to give you higher contrast. So, and then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to add now something else to the top. So I've got a gold metallic and I'm going to stamp now into some of the open spaces on top. So so it's a 3-step process, right? I added the purple by stamping onto the plate. I let that dry. Then I put the magenta over the whole plate and removed paint with the stamps. Then I pulled that print, and now I'm going to add one more layer to the top of the print. So it's a 3-step process. So now I'm going to get my gold metallic, which is also opaque or halfway to opaque. The container says it's only halfway opaque, but it always stands up over everything for me. So now I'm adding more little symbols, and I'm kind of carefully going into the open spaces. Oh my God, this is so cute, isn't it?
It really is. And it's one of those things that's no pressure. You just get to, it's very much a plaything.
Absolutely.
You're not making this necessarily to tear to paint because there's too high contrast on there for what you normally do. But it is a fun way to just enjoy.
Yeah, and something like this with all these cute, the symbols. This reminds me of this would be great gift wrap, right? Mm-hmm. If you had to wrap up like a little piece of jewelry in a little jewelry box, this would be beautiful gift wrap. It would also make nice prayer flags. I've done that many times with gel prints. I put them all into triangular shapes. We even did a video on that. Yeah, we did. Put them on a string and hang them around the house.
You know, the other thing too, if you had something bigger to wrap, you could buy a solid wrap and then come in with these and stamp on the wrap before you used it.
Yeah, when I've wanted to have something bigger to wrap, I've actually worked on a map. You can get maps, old road maps from Goodwill, and be on a giant sheet of paper, and you can get those maps for like 25 cents, So for me, for this, I could see using this also for scrapbooking or for cut it out and put it on a card.
I would absolutely use that as a journal page, and I would probably let it stand on its own, maybe come back with some Poscas and emphasize some of the shapes by outlining them. But that's ready to go pretty much. You just, once it's dry, all you have to do is adhere it to the page. Yeah,
look at that. I mean, that's a lot of fun, and it's totally different than this one, but they're both great examples of how to use these little tiny foam stamps to create a larger sheet of paper. In addition to, I just want to show you this one too. And then on this one, I just stamped them straight on top of a gel printed solid. So for my purposes in collage, for something like this, I could use a strip of this, or I can tear these out, which I like too. So I could tear these shapes out and put them into my mixed media projects. So I could just create a whole library of them. And I really like the white on a darker color. So that gives you, some fun options with the little mini stamps. Okay, so that's the Mini Marks Medley. Say that 5 times fast.
Nope, my tongue trips on alliterations.
We love alliteration, but we don't want to say it too fast. And speaking of loving alliteration, what's fun also for us is coming up with names for these stamps and collections, isn't it?
It would have been better if we'd remembered the name and I'd actually written it down the other day. We had something that was dynamite. It wasn't Mini Marks Medley, but that was one we came up with after the fact because I could swear I wrote it down, but I'll be darned if I can find that sticky note.
Yeah, you wrote it down and we forgot it completely, so we got to be better
The
about
ghost
that.
of Christmas past came and took it.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. But anyway, it is fun to come up with the titles. And I think I've said this in a video before, but it is also very fun for me to create these kinds of concepts either by hand or on the iPad or on the computer, and then ultimately see Barb and her magic on her end makes them into a tangible product. That is so fun.
Yeah, and it's a nice, we have a very symbiotic relationship. You can develop the stuff and then I can turn it into something.
Yeah.
You know, the ideas become a product. So it's a really fun thing that we get to do together. As I say sometimes, excuse me, my nose is very itchy. As I say sometimes when I'm writing newsletters, one of the real best parts of my job is being able to work with talented people, starting with you and
that's nice.
with all the other designers. It's a very interesting part of my job to be able to interact with people in a very different way. You know someone and that's great, but when you work with someone and you get to see the kind of inner workings and the logic that's in their brain, or sometimes not, it just happens to, it falls out. That's a real fun part for me.
You talk about enjoying working with me in your newsletter?
On rare occasion.
I need to start reading that.
Yeah, don't bother. We'll see you next time. Bye.